Welcome into the Jamey Chadwell Show. Charleston Southern now 5-2 and into the month of November. They're in the Big South play full bore now as they go for their second straight Big South Conference Championship. They do so off a 49-28 win over Buccaneers, and Jamey, certainly some things to clean up, but on both sides of the ball, the production was pretty good.
Yeah, there was. Obviously, it was great to get a win, and it was hot, so there was a lot of things there I think we were dealing with, but it was good to come out, and I think our defense did some good things offensively, did some nice things, and even special teams. There's a lot of some turnovers, some penalties, some missed assignments that we can't have once we're going into this Big South, but considering the circumstances, we'll take the win and move forward.
A little hot right now, too. Maybe we can get a sunglass company to sponsor us in the future.
That'd be nice. That or an umbrella or something, So, but hey, you have to overcome and adapt. That's what we're doing.
We'll see if we can get that in order by the second half highlights by the time those are all around. But we'll take a look at the first half highlights first. Bucks were able to pick up their 10th straight home victory this past Saturday, and you play against a team that you haven't seen before this late in the season. A bit of a different feel.
It was, and you hope that because you're playing at an early kickoff, you hope because of them traveling, because of the weather, that you'd have an advantage. And to their credit, I think they came down and took it right to us. We didn't play very well early defensively, which was a disappointment. When you have early starts, you want to take advantage of those things. And I thought Buccaneers was the better prepared team, ready to go for them to get open and kickoff.
CSU had been dominant the week before against Presbyterian, allowing only 102 yards, but Buccaneers goes down the field here, 9 plays, 66 yards, and kind of what you figured you'd see from them, a big offensive line. They tried to take advantage of that on this first drive.
Yeah, they did. I thought they matched us up pretty well. They covered us up and did some nice things. They moved the quarterback out of the pocket, and we didn't do a good job of covering or tackling, and really just the intensity that you want to play with. We've tried to tell our team is they're out to get you from opening kickoff, and you got to be ready to go, and it showed in that first drive.
The Bucks fall behind 7-0, come back quickly here. A couple of running plays. Shane Busnell had a really nice first half, finds Cam Brown here for first down yardage. This play, though, gets called back a good chunk of it, and that was a problem throughout the afternoon.
Yeah, penalties on all 3 phases were problematic. We've got to get corrected. But you can see Shane right here. We get a nice pocket, able to hit Sire Davis on a post across the middle there, and good way to answer for us. I think it was 4 plays we ran. We're back to 7-7 right there, and let our defense go back out and hopefully get us a stop.
59-yard touchdown pass to Sire Davis, his first of 2 TDs on the day. Seth Harrelson got another start in this game for CSU. Outside linebacker makes the stop there, and Bucknell was able to pick up a first down or 2, but eventually you guys are able to get a stop. And defensively, probably a little bit not as consistent as you would expect, but for the most part, limited them.
Yeah, we did. If you look at the statistics, they didn't rush the ball that for great yardage and for yards per average, and really didn't throw it all that well as far as completion wise. But what was disappointing if whether it was a turnover, whether it was penalties, when they got in scoring position, they scored, and we've got to be better than that, and we'll improve that this week.
J.D. Sospia, a nice tackle to end that series and force a punt. They back you up inside the 1, and very similar to the drive you had the week before against Presbyterian. You put together a real nice drive here.
Yeah, this was great to see. You're pinned back, and your goal was obviously you want to try to score a touchdown every time you got the ball, and I thought we handled the situations really well there, being backed up. Nobody panicked, and we got a nice long run here, but this was another one that was called, I think, called back because of another penalty. So we had a lot of hidden yardage in the game where we had big plays, and because the penalties got taken back, but we overcame those penalties, which was a positive.
It's a 12-play, 99-yard drive for Charleston Southern to give them a 14-7 lead in the second quarter, and the balance has really been there offensively with the passing game and the run game.
We've tried to improve that. We feel like we've got the capability of doing both, and I think you've seen that the last few weeks. We've been able to put some, starting with Coastal Carolina, to really put some good games together, throwing and running, and good to see that. We're hopefully clicking at the right time there.
27-yard touchdown there for Cam Brown finishes off that drive. He had 2 touchdown catches as well. Bucknell comes back here about midway through the second quarter, get it out toward midfield, but defense eventually for CSU is able to get a stop here on upcoming on this to get to the pitch to the outside, and you guys get some penetration in the backfield.
Yeah, we got them in a 3rd and long, which is obviously where you want to have the offense. We're able to get them off the field, and then we got a chance to go back to work and make some plays happen. It's a heck of a run here, I think, for about 6 yards, but unbelievable by Darius there, making people miss.
6-yard run by Hammond, a pretty good 6-yard run to stay on his feet, and Shane is shown to be enough of a threat in the run game as well.
He is, and I think he's really improved at that and made a lot of nice things. And you can see on these clips here that he's able to. He's not a burner by any means, but he's able to make it happen. And then we decided to put London in there after Shane had ran the ball a couple times there, and let London. We feel confident in things that he can do, and then put Shane right back in, and Shane throws a touchdown.
3rd and short, his 3rd touchdown, 9 touchdowns and 2 picks now for his season, and just making a lot of good decisions, it seems like, by and large.
We think so. He's still growing into the position, obviously, but each week you can see his confidence growing. As soon as we say that, he throws a pick right here, and so you can see he's still got a ways to go. But just had a miscommunication there, and one of those things. You're trying to be aggressive before the half. You're up 21-7, and you're driving, and then you turn the ball over there at the 40. And this is what we're talking about here. We give up a turnover, and they've got the ball at the 40 there right before the half, and so you want to get them off the field. And right here, they allow the quarterback to scramble, and they get a guy that beats us deep. And we can't afford to have a breakdown in coverage like that. And now, instead of going up 21-7, maybe 28-7, maybe, who knows? Now we're in a dogfight, 24 or 21-14.
3-yard touchdown pass after the interception there late in the half. You go into halftime up 21-14, and really I think overall from this game you take the win, you move forward, but definitely I would think the message is we could play a lot better.
We can, and I think our lack of intensity, the lack of urgency, a lot of things that I think our team's been weighing on our team that are out of their control. I think you saw a lot of that just weighing on them, and it's still some things that that we've got to be able to push aside and focus on playing. And I thought that out of everything Saturday, we didn't do that. We let a lot of those other things out of our control. We let that affect us in a bad way, and so as a coaching staff, we can't allow that to happen. As players, we can't allow that to happen, and so it's good. If that was the last one we got out of the way with the win, that's nice. Because sometimes that happens in losses. But I think our guys realize that we can't play that way and continue to win out.
CSU was able to do enough to get a 3-touchdown win. We'll take a look at the second half after this on the Jamey Chadwell Show. Welcome back on the Jamey Chadwell Show as we take a look at the second half of Charleston Southern's 49-28 win over Buccaneers on Saturday. It's a game where I think the advantage in total offense at halftime is close to 200 yards, but it's a one-score game. One thing it seems like you have been pretty consistent at throughout the year is good drives to start the second half.
Yeah, I think our adjustments at halftime have been pretty good for for our offensive staff, and I don't know what we've done coming out of halftime as far as overall, but I feel like we've done a good job the last few weeks of coming and making some plays, and we needed one. They look like they got the momentum right there before halftime, and we needed to come out and get a good drive and put points on the board.
Unconventional play there that was originally a touchdown on the field. It was called back, but Shane started this drive. London finishes it, and he gave you a real nice spark in the second half.
Yes, he London's got a lot of ability, and he's growing into the position. And when he's able and when he's confident, knows what he's doing, he's a dynamic player. And he did a lot of nice things here on this drive. And it's Robert obviously has been our backup and playing, but Robert was a little banged up, so we knew we were trying to hold him, and so London got the call, and to London's credit, did a really nice job.
Touchdown run for London Johnson Bucknell. You guys end up getting a stop up coming here. Anthony Ellis on the pressure. They dump it short. You make a tackle in the open field. Seth Harrelson's done a nice job here filling in.
Seth has. Seth's one of those guys that's unheralded, and has been a guy that knows his role, and he's been a starter for the last couple of weeks because of injuries, and he's done a great job. I mean, he's put himself. He's always going to be in the position he needs to be to make plays, and we're pleased that he's playing at that level.
They threatened there, got it inside the 40. They back you up again, and a mistake you can't afford here.
Yeah, here, we pitched it to the wrong guy, backed up in the end zone there, and then, you put your defense in a situation where they're 1 yard away to go, and then the guy goes surfing in for the touchdown right here. We thought it was a fumble. That's what it looked like. But, it's just bad football there for us. And so what do? You got to put it aside and go back and play again.
1 yard touchdown on the crowd surfing run there for Chad Freshnog. Makes it a touchdown game. You're midway through the third quarter here and maybe in some hot water. That's what London does really well. It makes a guy miss and takes it into their end.
Yeah, and the thing that I appreciate about our team, I don't think we panic, no matter what the situation is. We try to just make some things happen, and it looked, that again, they look like they got momentum back, and we get the ball and we go down and drive and eat some clock and then try to get a score here, and we get a nice pass right here from London to Sayer. It was good to see Sayer have a nice breakout day there for 2 touchdowns, and now you're back up 2 touchdowns lead, and you're feeling good about, hey, defense, go get us a stop.
32-yard touchdown pass, and when he gets going, you have 2 guys who can stretch the field for you.
We do. Cam's been doing really well, and he's getting some double teams, and now Sayer got single teamed, and Sayer's really been working hard in practice, and it's good to see it come into fruition in games.
CSU's defense back on the field and able to force a 3-and-out here at kind of a key juncture in the game. You get it right back and you go down the field again.
Yeah, this was, I thought, the huge drive here. We needed to, we got them off the field there. We needed to eat some clock, and we needed to get the ball in the end zone here and make some plays. And I thought London, this was a really nice job by him scrambling around, keeping his eyes downfield. This was a heck of a throw to Colton. I don't know why Colton didn't keep running right there. But he got on the sideline, ended up getting tackled by 6 guys. But that gives us inside the 20 there in the red zone, and we got a chance to go put some more points on the board here. And, they try to take the ball away from the running backs, and London's able to knife in there and get the points. And looking bleak, within 4 minutes of gameplay, you're back up 3 touchdowns.
43-yard pass to Colton Core, and then the 20-yard run for London Johnson Bucknell here early in the fourth quarter. But I think going back to that pass that London made, is that a play where maybe a few weeks ago he doesn't keep his eyes down the field, just takes off?
He takes off, yeah. I think that's something that practice has helped him, keeping his eyes downfield, knowing what we're trying to get accomplished, and he knows he can go and run it and make some plays happen. And but it was good to see him, actually do that and get a big play that way.
Anthony Ellis with some pressure there, almost an interception for J.D. Sosby. The throw over the middle for Bucknell here gives them a first and goal, and they're eventually able to punch it in. Really only the second drive they have that was sustained on you, but they were able to really hang around throughout the game.
I thought so. I didn't think we played up to the level that we're capable of on defense. No matter what the statistics say, I thought they were able to get some drives on us that we've typically not given up consistently. And there's some things we got to correct there, and I think a lot of it was effort and a lot of it was the focus. And they're back in the game, and then you get a great return here by Darius. I think it's 60-something yard return. So you get momentum right back, which was something we talk a lot about. Is if somebody tries to take momentum, we got to take it back, and no better way than get the big kick return.
Darius Hammond with a 60-plus yard return that is able to stand. And London, though, here picked off for the first time of the day.
Yes, you just a bad throw right there. We have a chance to put them away, and it's a bad throw. And now you give them hope. They're down 2 touchdowns, still 8 minutes left. You're driving. And so now they get the chance to get the ball, and if they score here, you're in a one-score game with quite a bit of time left. So we really need the defense to make a play for us.
Just past the halfway mark of the fourth quarter, you get a play. It comes from Zane Cruz here in a little bit. First, though, a third down conversion on a third and longer. But this play that Zane makes kind of helps put the game away for you. Unfortunately for him, he steps out at the 1.
Yeah, it's a great play by him right here, and the quarterback just pushes him out, and he's right there close for a touchdown. You want those guys, they work hard over there. You want them to get plays made, but we were fortunate enough to be able to knock it in on the first play there, and we got that lead back to 21, and so you're feeling, all right, hey, we got a chance to put this on ice.
1-yard score for Mike Holloway, stretched it back to a 3-score game, and then just the final seconds to run out for CSU as they move to 5-2 on the season, stay top 10 in the country. And now off that, you're back in conference play. You play Gardner-Webb this Saturday, and it's obviously one game at a time, but everything that you wanted before the season's still on the table.
It is, and now that we're all in conference games, and they're all hugely important. This is the most important that we've played up to this point because when it's at home here, it gives you an opportunity to continue playing for, something that, we've talked a lot about. And you got an opponent that's much improved. Their record, they're 3-6 overall, but they've lost, I think, out of their 6 losses, I think 5 of them have been with under 10 points. 1-possession games. 3 of them have been 1-possession games. And for whatever reason, they've not been able to win those, but they're very capable and pretty good. They got a really good offense. They run the ball really well. Very similar, to what we're doing. They defensively very similar in a 3-down, And so they're going to be coming in trying to play spoiler. And the thing that I'm more concerned about us is not necessarily them, which they're good. It's more, are we going to be able to play to the level we're capable of? And we've got to avoid all the distractions that we've got going on around us. And if we don't fix that, then we won't win another game the rest of the year. And so those are things that we've got to focus on.
Close game, you mentioned close game for them against Kennesaw, lost in overtime at Liberty, had a chance to win that game on the road. What's maybe different about them better from last year?
Well, I think, their second year in the offense, it's basically a new offense for them, second year there, so they're more productive on offense. I think they've got more explosion. The backs are really good, and they've got some receivers that can win. And quarterback now is a 3-year starter, or at least a 2-year, plus he played some as a freshman. So he is doing, he's a lot more capable than he was, more comfortable in the offense, so he can beat you with his running or throwing. I think defensively they lead the conference in a lot of defensive categories, so they're still really stout there. They don't have quite the interior players they used to with OJ and all those guys, but they still are really solid, and I think what they've done is improved their secondary. They've got some good, really young players back there, and so I think they've played good football. They just, for whatever reason, not got over the hump, and I think they're much improved from they were last year, and so we've got to be a lot better here to be able to come out with a win.
For you guys to play the way you're capable of playing, the experience of last year, having a lot of veterans, does that help at all, or does that make a difference too much?
Well, I hope it helps. You're still young at quarterback in some of those places, and so I don't, your experience is all really about that guy, to be honest with you, no matter how the rest of the guys. But hopefully that we've been in the position before, that we understand what's at stake. We understand that we're getting somebody's best shot. If I'm sitting in their locker room, they can't get a winning season. They can't win a conference. So what can they play for? Pride, and obviously to run somebody's season, which is us. That's what I'd be telling them. So they're going to come in and play hard, and we have to, match the intensity that people are bringing to us. Bucknell brought more intensity to the game than we did. We were just better than them. Going forward, if we don't bring the intensity, we're not better than any of these other people overall. Maybe in certain places, but not overall. I think our conference is pretty balanced for the most part, and it's whoever comes and brings it more each week, and that's what our concern is.
So CSU Gardner-Webb, a 12 noon kick Saturday here at Buccaneer Field. You can watch it on the American Sports Network. For Jamey Chadwell, my name is Kevin O'Rourke. Thanks for watching The Jamey Chadwell Show.